Hey guys, Mike here. In this video, I'm going to teach you the difference between HP and defense and which one is better and which one is worse and which one you should go for and all of that stuff related to the debate on HP versus defense. Now, some people will immediately say, just take HP. HP is a lot better than defense. And I would say to those people, it's more nuanced than that. And I would recommend you don't listen to those people because they don't understand a lot of the nuances of the game, or they're just oversimplifying it. So I'm going to give an example here. And in this example, okay, by the way, every time I say defense, that also applies to resistance as well. So you can interchange when I say defense with resistance. Okay. So, but just so I don't have to keep saying resistance, I'm just saying defense, right? All right. So in this example, say your unit has 1 HP, and that's just like the minimum amount of HP you can have. That's, if you take a hit, you're going to die, right? So your unit has 1 HP. Now, you could take, in this hypothetical situation, say you could take 10 HP or you could take 10 defense, right? And say there's an incoming attack of 10 damage coming to you. Well, for this scenario, and it's just one attack, it's not a double, right? It's just a single attack of 10 damage coming to you. Well, if you take that attack, if you took 10 HP, then you would lose that 10 HP and you would be left with 1 HP and you would survive, right? So that works out. And that's all good. You can go on your merry way. You can get a counterattack in. You survive to live another day. Now, what if instead of taking 10 HP, you had 1 HP, but you took 10 defense instead of 10 HP? So you still have 1 HP, but you took 10 defense. Well, in that scenario, then you are, you're taking the 10 attack, but your 10 defense blocks all 10 attacks, so you're left with 1 HP. And it's the same situation. You survive and you live to go tell another, survive, right? Okay, so now there's a slight nuance between the two, right? Although you survived in both situations, one is more optimal. And can you guess which one is more optimal? The answer is the 10 defense is more optimal because in this situation, while you did survive in both cases, you actually don't have to heal for the 10 defense because you only had 1 HP and you're still left with 1 HP, which is your max HP. You don't have to heal. So that means your healer, who typically is equipped with arts, like fist arts, like punching arts, or spells like fire, they are free to go do something else. They can go cast a spell on someone. They don't have to spend their turn healing you up, right? Because in the 10 HP case where you had a total of 11 HP, you lost 10 HP, but now your healer has to heal you back up, or at least if they're not going to heal you up that turn, then they're going to have to, it's on their mind in their future that, okay, I have to heal this guy up, maybe on the next turn after that, or the, 3 turns after that. And if you decide not to heal, then your unit who took the damage has to use a vulnerary instead. So that still takes up an action. Like even if you don't use your healer to heal, your unit that took the damage is still wasting an action on actually using a vulnerary to actually heal themselves up. So there's a slight nuance there that defense is slightly better. Now, consider the situation where you get doubled, all right? Okay, before I go on to that, I want to say like, okay, this 10 HP and this 10 defense, you can kind of think of the defense as effective HP because in this instance, it shielded you, it protected you, it nullified 10 HP points worth of damage, right? So it's kind of 10 defense is sort of like 10 virtual HP points, right? While 10 HP is literally 10 HP, okay? So next, I want to give the example where, say you take 2 attacks from the enemy. So let's just do this, right? Because you're getting doubled because your speed is crap. Now, which is better in this situation? Well, assuming you don't kill the enemy before you can get a second counterattack in, you take the 10, in the first scenario where you have 1 HP and you chose 10 HP instead of 10 defense, well, the first attack would leave you at 1 HP and then the second attack would just kill you, right? So you're literally dead in that case if you took 10 HP. Now, consider the situation if you took 10 defense instead of 10 HP. So you have 1 HP and 10 defense. All right. Now, in that situation, the 10 defense nullifies all 10 of this attack. And then it nullifies all 10 of this attack as well. So you survive with 1 HP, right? And clearly you can see for doubles, when you take 2 attacks because the enemy doubled you, then 10 defense or defense in this situation is providing more effective HP in the situation, or more virtual HP if you want to think of it that way, right? So that's where defense is vastly superior to HP. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is flexibility, right? So flexibility means, all this time I was just talking about defense, but obviously resistance exists in the game as well. So, HP is better than defense in the sense that it provides you more flexibility. It provides you more effective HP points against both types of damage types, like physical damage and magic damage, right? Whereas, instead of 10 attack, if this 10 attack was magical damage, then defense is totally useless in that situation. So then HP is superior. So HP is that bridge. It gives you that flexibility to take both magic and physical attacks, whereas defense and respectively resistance would be totally inferior in that situation. All right. So ultimately, it really depends on the unit's role. That's my last point, right? If you have a general and that general is, is slow as hell, literally has 0 speed. Maybe they're carrying like a silver great axe or something like that with an Ike Radiance emblem on it, and they literally have zero speed. Then defense is by far superior to HP compared to. Defense is, like I said, defense is far superior to HP because of all of the examples I gave previously, right? Every time they take physical attacks, they're nullifying all that physical attacks, and they're going to get doubled every single time. So their effective HP, that 10 defense is 10 effective points of HP, is doubled in that situation, right? So it's vastly superior to HP. Now, obviously, if you put your general and they have no resistance and they're going to take magic attacks, then HP would be better in that situation. But typically, it all comes down to how the unit is built, right? If they have speed and they have no risk of being doubled, then 10 HP and 10 defense is actually equivalent, with the given caveat that if you're not going to defend against the attack, you still have to waste time healing your unit, right? So it's slightly suboptimal in that situation. All right. And there's one last point I wanted to bring with defense, and it's that defense also provides a form of critical mitigation. So the way critical works is it takes the total damage that you would have taken, and then it multiplies it by a number. I think it might be 3 in this game, like it is in other Fire Emblem games. The multiplier is 3. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but in most Fire Emblem games, the critical multiplier is 3. So if you take 0 damage, then you're going to you won't take any critical damage, right? Because like the 10 defense blocked all 10 attack. Whereas in the situation of if you took 10 HP instead of 10 defense, so your defense is 0, then you're going to take 10 attack times 3, which is 30 attack, and that's literally going to one-shot you, totally kill you, because you only have 11 HP total, right? So that's something to consider with defense as well, that units with high defense are great mitigators, and they're slightly more immune to the effects of critical, or at the very least, they won't get one shot by criticals. I know like my generals, they only take like when they get critical, which is happens more often than you think. They only take like maybe 3-6 damage, and it's kind of funny like seeing the enemy do a critical animation, but it just doesn't phase the my high defense units. So again, it all comes down to the unit's role. Like how are their stats trending, and how are you planning to build them, and ultimately how you intending to use them, right? I think most people understand that you're not going to put your general on the front line when there's a mage squad coming in, and that's good. That's making sure you're not playing like an idiot. So ultimately, there is a nuance between both of them. I just wanted to prevent you guys from, if you listen to people that just say, oh, HP is king, then that is not the case. There are scenarios like I just presented right here that defense is vastly superior, and hope that helped you guys, and hope you learned something, and hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.